maybe I'm not good enough for this. Maybe I shouldn't do it. I keep making the same mistake as a small content creator. As a small content creator, I've been getting in my head, my own head, way too much. And it's caused me to start thinking some things that would probably normally stop people from making content altogether. I keep asking myself, am I worthy enough to make content for you guys? Am I don't know, real enough? Does anyone even want to hear what I have to say? And it's been tough, especially since I am a beginner. I have 600 followers so far, and I am so grateful for the people that I do have. But like I said, I get in my own head way too much. I have to constantly remind myself that everyone that I aspire to be like had to start somewhere, and like the standards that I have for myself in my head as far as what I would like for content creation, it's a slow process. It's a slow journey. And I need to keep reminding myself that that's okay. As a small content creator, I feel like it's definitely easy to get wrapped up in the numbers and wanting feedback, but also not getting any, not any, just like little to no feedback whatsoever. I need to keep reminding myself why it is exactly I wanted to do content creation in the first place. And it's because I want to build a community for people who were like me and just felt alone. I guess in a way I do want to build a sort of parasocial relationship, just not like an overly weird one. But yeah, I overthink about whether or not the content that I'm making is good and viable. I keep wondering if I'm doing enough. And then here recently, someone whose opinion that I hold in high regard, someone who's close to me, said that they thought that one of my videos that I thought was really creative and, you know, I had fun making was cringe. And I worked really hard on that video. And for a while, that was enough to get me to stop making content for a bit. At first, I was like going through the stages of grief, if you will. Like, at first, I was like, oh, you think my video is cringe? I don't care, you know, I liked it, you know, I thought it was fun. I thought it was fine. But then I started thinking, dang, my video was cringe. Or was it cringe, you know? Because like I said, I had fun making it, but it's like, I don't know. And because I'm at this stage where I'm still not getting a whole lot of feedback from my audience, it's, you know, hard to tell. But again, I had fun making it, so it shouldn't have mattered. But I was literally there like, was that cringe? And then I started trying to formulate ways in which I could be better, or if I could make better content, if I need to change my content style altogether. And then it went to being like, maybe I'm not good enough for this. Maybe I shouldn't do it. And, you know, maybe I shouldn't, but I'm here now. And I'm here now because I keep going back to wanting to create content, but just create in general. And I had to look at it from a perspective where 6 months from now, would I regret just not making content anymore? Like, if I stopped making content 6 months later, would I forget it? Forget it. 6 months later, would I regret it? And honestly, I would. Because I would get stuck so much and think about all the what could have beens if I kept going. My goal of helping people feel less alone. What if I could have made or have made one video that helped someone get through their day, and then I just stopped making videos? Kind of like that one person who wrote that song, Somebody That I Used to Know. They just made that song and then they dipped, never to be heard from again. And I think the reason why the person whose opinion I respect highly from, you know, I think the reason why it hit me as hard was because I know them in person. And I have to remind myself that as a small content creator at the moment, that sure, they can think that my video is cringe because they're not my target audience. They're not the person that I'm making these videos for. And I guess my target audience, or the person that I'm making these videos for specifically, is younger me from the past who needed someone. I aspire to be like Markiplier. He is my biggest inspiration for wanting to make, you know, videos to help people feel less lonely. But obviously, I don't want to be Markiplier. I want to be me. And I want to be perceived as me. And, you know, I have to realize that the me that I post myself online about, it's not 100% me, but it's not me. There are some things that I'm still going to have to obviously keep private about myself. But just because I'm not giving out my full me doesn't necessarily mean it's not me. You know, it's still me, just a different version than what the people I know in person would probably think. Because when you're in friend groups, right? You're in friend groups and you have like a certain personality for like the friend groups or each friend, you know, that you're a part of. You're either like the mom friends, the quiet one, the socialite, and it's like different, like depending on which friend you are. They all see you as something else besides the content creator you or the internet personality you. And you know what? That could probably be cringe for them because it's different. It's something that they're not used to seeing. And again, remember, they are not your content or target audience. They are not the person you are making these videos for. And I don't know a lot of stuff as far as content creation goes, but I do want to learn. I do want to learn, and I want to keep learning, and I want to keep posting and being there, even if it's cringe, and even if it's the most difficult thing to do, because like I said, I would regret it if I stopped and I could have helped someone out who needed it. But because I stopped, they didn't get the help that they needed or wanted, and they don't feel as seen, and they're stuck in a loop of feeling alone. Now, I'm not saying that I'm like the only person who can do that sort of thing. I know that there's like a lot of people out there, but even if at the end of the day I feel like I've helped one person out, that's more than enough for me. I'll take it.